Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the DC guys.
Why do you dress up as Marvel characters?
Yeah, why are you talking like Dracula? You're Gambit.
Yeah,
It's not Cajun, swamp rat.
Oh,
Oh,
well.
Jesus Christ. Hey, everyone, welcome back to the DC guys.
And welcome to
Halloween special, baby.
DC guys.
Also, I'm back. Did y'all miss me? Most likely. Holy shit, it's not like I've been eating the question of even my parents asking, hey, how come you're not on the podcast anymore? Well, or they go asking, and the funny question is, so was Lorenzo replaced by a girl? Yeah,
Lorenzo is a girl.
Yeah, Alana's just me. We've never seen us in the same place. I have been kissing Adam this whole time. It was I, Reverse Flash.
No, that is scary.
It's Alana just takes off her face, just me like in a mask, like a Scooby Doo, which foreshadowing. But Scooby-Doo, where are you?
Okay, but
But yeah, welcome to the Halloween special 2025. I'm
Yeah.
so happy to be back. Oh, it's been a while since I've been and sat here with you guys.
Back from the dead.
Yeah, I heard this was supposed to be a fun episode. Adam,
Yeah.
what are we talking about? What's your first topic?
So the first topic is we're going to talk about DC Comics Halloween theme.
Yeah.
Which one?
Well, so let's talk about the first one.
We had a list of 25.
25 comics, and then we went throughout which ones would be the one.
And then I pretty much we brought it down to 6. We were originally going to do 6, and I'm like, no, I want to keep this on the shorter end. Why don't we do 3?
Yeah.
And I asked Adam and Alana what they wanted to talk about and what I wanted to talk about. Let's go with Alana's choice.
Deceased.
Ooh, good choice.
Good choice.
Oh, it was so good. I'm reading it, and I have no customers coming in the store, so I'm like, ooh, we got the compact version of Deceased.
That's what happened with me because like I'm going back and like there's a lot. Believe it or not, I got into DC. I always been a DC fan.
Mhm.
Like I read Tyler Babel when I was a kid, but it was like the Batman animated series and Superman and Justice. It was the cartoons that got me. It wasn't really necessarily the comic books.
Mm-hmm.
When the New 52 came out, I got into a game called HeroClix. So now all of a sudden, like I know some of these characters through the mass media, but I didn't know a whole lot of them. And New 52 came out.
Mm-hmm.
So you got this whole new reboot, fresh new start. That's when I really started reading books. But there's a lot of older stuff that I didn't read.
Mm-hmm.
Or there was, there was just like, there was so much that I read, there was books that I didn't read. Like when I first saw Deceased, I'm just sitting here goes, it's Marvel Zombies. Why do I care?
But DC, but it's also
But there's a lot more to it.
It's the algorithm,
Yeah.
and it's Cyborg
Yeah.
being the one where it's just he's getting everyone
a
sick.
great book about how you should not be addicted to your phones.
Yeah.
Technology.
Yeah.
And I also love how we have the figure in the store too of Batman.
Yeah.
Because Batman gets scratched and bitten by the Bat family.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like he's like Alfred, and he's like looking around for Alfred, and all of a sudden, they're all in the kitchen. So you see Nightwing, you see Barbara, even Damien. No, actually, just kidding. Damien's with
Damien,
Superman's
yeah.
son. So it's been a minute since I've read it,
Yeah.
but I read this
is
before
why
Halloween
this is
season.
why I say read books before we do this.
Well, I do remember a good portion of it, but it's like,
I
holy
wasn't supposed
shit,
to be here
that whole
today, so I didn't
book.
read.
But Black Canary taking on the mantle of Green Lantern
That
because
was
of
cool.
Hal, I was like, oh, okay, she looks badass with this.
I love Poison Ivy subplot.
Yeah, I did too. The Poison Ivy subplot was very interesting. I was just like, okay, I like where this is going.
Like we're gonna separate from the world.
Yeah.
Oh, we have no humans. Great. Any survivors? You're gonna bow.
Yeah, basically, if you want to come here and, not be turned into a zombie, basically, you gotta follow my rules. You gotta bow down to me.
Call me mommy.
Call me mommy. And Harley's your other mommy.
Alright, say less, I'm in.
Well, and then it's like, they all had to go to Poison Ivy for help and basically be like, hey, we're trying to get everybody off the world right now because, who was it? was it Doomsday or was it God, it was the original guy who he was the first one to get infected. It wasn't Doomsday. It was oh my God, my brain.
Is it Desaad?
No, Darkseid. That's
Darkseid,
what it is.
yeah, Darkseid, yeah.
Darkseid comes, and you know you're fucked when Darkseid comes and he's infected. And Cyborg, poor Cyborg, he doesn't know what to do because he's just like he started it all.
Mm-hmm.
And so I also liked the scene where Superman finally becomes infected and his son had to go and fight him. And I was just like, that's so heartbreaking because it's like his own son now has to go up against his dad, who is like literally the Justice League legend, you know, like he's the Man of Steel.
Yeah.
And everyone is on these ships escaping Earth. And it's like you see Superman coming, barreling towards them, and it's just like, oh shit. And then the Green Lanterns also come because they're like, hey, we're here to help.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, and I didn't get to read the second book that came out.
I read
because
half
like
of it.
we didn't get it.
Yeah, that was
we
my
did
thing.
not get it in the store, so I was just like, I've been wanting to read the second book so bad.
They go back to Earth.
Okay, that's why I figured.
And they figure out there is a cure.
Yeah.
And they're going around trying to cure everybody, and some people are like, well, can they even be cured?
Right. And it's like, I remember the scene where Batman, you know, breaks out of his little incubator, or not incubator, but it's like he uses Mr. Freeze's stuff to basically slow down the infection. And then all of a sudden it just breaks and you just see him turn around and he's like, and I'm just like, not Batman. It's like, who would have thought Batman would have gone? Because Batman prepares for everything.
But would you expect something like that? I mean, like, yes, Batman prepares for everything. We can make jokes about, like, you know, give him enough prep time, anything's possible. At the end of the day, if a virus that brainwashes you into a zombie enters every television screen or every screen of technology in the world, guess what? Batman's not going to be able to stop that. That just, you know, especially if it happens just like that.
Also, we forget he has the Bat computer. And he looks at a screen all day, every day.
But it's like, I don't know. It's like Batman's just always had a contingency.
I haven't read Deceased, but how does Cyborg start? Like, what actually?
So it's the
Darkseid.
Darkseid captures Cyborg, and it's the anti-life equation.
Oh, okay.
Basically infecting Cyborg. Darkseid's trying to use it to basically do some sort of ungodly thing to the whole universe, where he's like, I'm going to defeat the Justice League, because the Justice League was fighting him before he captured Cyborg, and then after he like left, they're like, wait, where's Cyborg? And you just see him on the table, like strapped down.
And the kicker was it wasn't the real anti-life equation.
Yeah.
It was a program to simulate the anti-life equation. So that's why they became the zombified monsters rather than just complete control.
Yeah.
And that's why Darkseid got his, you know.
Yeah, and Cyborg gets teleported back to Earth, and then all of a sudden he like appears in the middle of the road, and everything just goes to shit.
Yeah.
Right then and there. And everyone's like, well, what's going on? And meanwhile, Damian's hanging out with Superboy, and Lois and Superman are at home, and then Superman's just like, I have to go. Something is going on. Poor Ollie, though. I was so sad about Ollie. And Hal. Because Hal was just, I was just like, oh, he basically gave Black Canary his ring. He's like, you are now the Green Lantern. And she's like, but Hal, I can't take this. And he's just like, you have to.
I don't understand why like more superheroes don't have a Green Lantern ring.
I know.
I think it's just a lot of their willpower at the time, because it wasn't like, isn't Hal Jordan like the strongest he's supposed to have the strongest willpower? Or no, that Guy Gardner has the strongest, right?
No.
No.
I think it's Kyle Rayner has the strongest willpower.
Oh yeah, because he can wield all the rings and not.
Yeah.
That's why he's. Yeah, because in Blackest, or no.
Guy Gardner's just a piece of shit that just wants to be a piece of shit.
Yeah, but But off side note, he is like the strongest fighter. Like
Yeah.
Guy Gardner is like
Yeah.
he is a fighter. Funny enough, like people dig on him. We dig on Guy Gardner just because it's Guy Gardner. It's the way he's written. He's a piece of shit, but Guy Gardner will throw down.
Oh yeah.
Like this man, I think didn't he become like a Red Lantern? Just went absolutely and like insane.
Yeah.
But
Well, even
the deceased. Sorry.
even Wonder Woman, when she turned, someone used her lasso against her, and it's like the anti-life equation was talking through her.
Yep.
And I also found that a little scary too, because I was like, it's the lasso of truth around her, and it's basically saying, like, there is no cure. It's gonna envelop the whole earth. You are all doomed. Basically, you know, like the whole doomed speech that every supervillain gives.
Yeah.
This reminds me of a few of the Lasso Truth moments that I love. One is from what's the story? Suicide Squad killed the Justice League when Brainiac takes over. She's like, Flash, how do we stop you? Like, how do we stop you guys? And he's like, yeah, you're just gonna have to kill us. Like, there's like no other choice. And she's like, well, we turn out the Justice League ain't dead. They're just kidnapped. And Batman, Kevin Conroy, in his final appearance, just beats the ever-living shit out of Brainiac, like off screen. And he's like choking him out. And there was another Lasso Truth moment that was really, really cool. Forgot what it was. It will come back to me. There's like
It'll
two.
come back to
Well,
me.
yeah, because when you do the Lasso of Truth, like it's telling the truth. Like that's the cool part about it. Like people are like, it's a weapon. I'm like, yeah, but it's also like an interrogation. Cool. Like if it's written well, it's fucking sick as hell.
You will admit that Bruce Wayne is Batman.
Yeah. I
That,
forgot.
that
Yeah.
She would do it was that moment, and then there was another moment where she like tied someone up, and like it was like the like actual like gut wrenching truth. Like I don't know what she did. What was it?
There's so much you can do with that
Yeah.
lasso of truth, though. Where it's
And
just,
no one
you
uses
know,
it that much.
No, and that's the one thing. It's like I don't understand. But Absolute Wonder Woman, they've been using it
Yeah.
quite a bit, but it's
It will
obviously
come back to me.
different. But anyway,
Oh, who wrote Deceased? Was it Tom Taylor?
Tom Taylor.
Tom
Okay.
Taylor.
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I thought it was a great book, and honestly, if you're into the apocalypse-esque, zombie-esque feel of storylines, you should read Deceased.
Which one's better, Deceased or DC versus Vampires?
Okay, never mind. It wasn't a Lasso moment, but like the whole like infection reminded me of the New 52 when the Justice League got taken over, and he busted out the League armor, and like you start seeing like they have the Joker smile. And
Yeah.
it was pretty cool. Okay, that's what it was. Never mind.
I don't know. I love them both because it's like I like the vampire stuff too, you know,
Blah,
because
blah,
it's just
blah.
it's different, you know, but it's also like I don't know. I have a hard time choosing which one I like more, you know, because it's like I'll read one and I go, ooh, this was good. I'm sad about some characters. This was good, and then it's like you pick up the other one, you're like, whoa, this is also good, but wow, oh, okay, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just like if you're looking for a good horror element, I don't know. You can pick whichever one you want. It depends on my mood, because it's like if I'm in the mood for zombies, I go with Deceased. If I'm in the mood for vampires, I'll do that one.
There's one cool thing about DC vs. Vampires. I really wish I would have grabbed the cover, but I missed out on it. It's the first issue. It's DC. Yeah, the first issue of DC vs. Vampires. They do a homage to the Lost Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who also, if you know who directed the Lost Boys, I've never seen it. I kind of want to watch it because I've always heard it's a good movie.
Mhm.
Joel Schumacher
Yeah.
directed Lost Boys, who he would then go do direct Batman Forever. So it's a
Lost
nice little,
Boys is a
it's a nice
good
little
movie.
circle moment.
Well, and
really
you
know.
should have seen all the covers, because I was sorting a bunch of comics one day, because you know we have our $5 bins, and so I was sorting them, and I was like, "Oh, we have so many good variant covers of DC versus Vampires," and I was like, "Why is nobody picking these up?" And then, like maybe a few months after, somebody's like, "Ooh, DC Vampires! Ooh, DC Vampires!"
Ooh, a piece of
Ooh,
candy.
yeah, basically, because they come up to me with a whole stack, and I was like, big fan of DC versus Vampires, huh? And they're like, oh yeah, I like the variant covers. I'm like, yeah, me too.
I disagree with the DC Vampires variant covers. Deceased has the best. Deceased
Okay.
had the best variant covers because they were all homages from each Warner Brothers horror movie, from Nightmare on Elm Street to The Nun to It. It
Yeah.
was the coolest one. So it was Joker, Joker had the balloon, and Georgie was a Robin. Really, I've enjoyed Deceased. It's one of my favorite comics to read during Halloween season. I just love the transformation of how Superman gets it.
Yeah.
Literally races the Flash. It's like Superman's gonna stop the Flash, and it doesn't work.
No.
So that's good, and then I like where it goes at the end.
He tried.
Mm-hmm. And then I like that. I really like the takeover of Damian. Damian and
yeah, Damian gets the cowl.
Damian gets the
he's
cowl.
wearing
Yeah.
the bat suit.
and so Jonathan becomes the next Man of Steel.
No.
I really like that. I've never read the sequel because I've always enjoyed the first one.
See, we all need to read the sequel. Can't find
Which,
it.
by the way, when we do this, we're talking about probably the first 6 issues. We're not talking about the whole runs.
Yeah.
As
The
much as I would love to
compact
sit
book.
here and talk about,
Is
all
there a
DC's.
compact for Deceased?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They
Yeah.
made a new one.
Nice.
And for Blood Rain, it's actually, the first part of a trilogy. We're only going to talk about the first book. And then my book, Scooby Apocalypse, we're only going to talk about the first 6 issues as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I absolutely loved it. I thought it was great commentary about why you should be, always on your phone.
Yeah.
I love the little subplots and how not to give up on hope.
Yeah.
That was the big thing. Just like, yeah, life right now is shit. But you know what? We have Superman's son. We have Damian. And they're willing to take up those mantles.
Life is great, but it could be better.
Like,
You know.
but it could be better.
And I like the fact that they do find a cure, and they try to fix this because
Yeah.
it's not the real anti-life equation. If it was the real anti-life equation, everything would have been screwed.
Yeah.
But they the fact that Cyborg was like kind of half out of it and trying to figure out how to fix this, I thought was great.
And I want them to do a Deceased animated movie
Yeah.
because I think a lot of people would enjoy watching that.
Oh yeah, I
And
think
it's
so
like,
too.
if you're gonna do that, put it out in like October, so people can watch it for
Mhm.
Halloween.
Or you make it a full-blown animated series and do like the weekly release.
Yeah, like
Zombies.
the Marvel
Yeah.
Zombies. That was good too, but I don't know.
But also Marvel Zombies was... It's really The game mode in Rivals is fun though,
Yeah.
because it's a zombies mode.
Mhm.
I think a movie, I think a 2-part movie would be really cool.
Yeah.
End it, don't say there's a second part though. Like, end it with like everyone had to leave Earth. That's how it ends.
Right.
You
like
know.
a cliffhanger, like, oh, is this how it actually ends? And then it's like, hey, there's another movie. And then,
Yeah.
you continue on to where the second book
Yeah.
picks up. And it's just, because, DC anime movies, they've done several
Yeah.
part movies, as we've seen,
Yeah.
especially on HBO Max, especially
Especially
Son
one
of
we're
Me.
gonna talk about later that has Halloween in the title.
Yup.
Yeah.
Well, and then it's like, they could do it. It's just, are they going to do it? I don't know. But I would love for them to do it.
I think it'd be really interesting. We know I know it's not like in the works. I can see someone sitting there talking about, because they did announce the next 2 DC
Yeah.
animated movies is going to be Nightfall and Jurassic League.
Which I have no issues with. I'm looking forward to those too.
Yeah,
But
I'm really excited for Jurassic League. If they imitate the comic book
Yeah.
and give me those bright, fun colors,
Oh God, I hope they do.
I'm gonna love it. Like,
If they do a series for Deceased, I feel like they'll have more creative freedom on what they can do. Because if you
True.
get the studio who did Creature Commandos, and a lot of people say
Make it
Creature
rated
Commandos
R
does
for-
not look good. No, Creature Commandos looks
Yeah.
amazing, especially all the Dr. Phosphorus stuff.
Oh,
My-
yeah.
Especially with the him versus Rick Flag.
my
Mhm.
problem with them doing it as a TV show. I mean, granted, I think if you add book 2 and you add the spin-offs, I think it could work. I'm looking at this as the only 6 issues. I feel like, does it work as a TV show? This would work well as a movie. I feel like you have to expand a lot for a TV show.
Right.
With a movie, I think you...
But also, you could put on Adult Swim
Yeah.
for a TV show.
I'd
or
want
you could
them
just put
to-
it on DVD and it's...
Yeah, that too.
I would want them to make deceased rated R.
Oh yeah.
But are straight
Like,
to DVD sales still as high as they used to be, especially for the DC animated movies? That's why I say like a TV show is like you're better, but everyone has streaming. If it pops up for Halloween, like, oh hey, I can binge a 6-episode miniseries real quick.
See, as much as it's great for an animated series, I really do think an animated movie would be better for, because you're left off because you have this whole 6 issues that you could literally animate in probably a couple of months, turn it into a movie. You let it do well, and then you go to Comic-Con or you go online and you announce the sequel, but you throw it on to like HBO or Amazon, throw it straight on to get the ratings. Yes, it will need an R, but R is R. You could do PG-13. You could actually if you wanted to, but I mean,
I think people would want that rated R aspect.
Yeah, I want the rated R. I want to see.
Yeah, because wasn't Zombies was TV-14.
Zombies was TVMA actually.
Yeah.
I wanted to see, Green Arrow. I want to see that.
Yeah.
I need to see that blood.
Well, you need to see it all. Without it being censored or without them doing like, oh, just a little bit. It's like if you're gonna do something that gory, do it rated R.
How gory is the?
The book is gory.
Yeah,
it's gory.
I hope it's zombies. Yeah.
It's really good. The dark
you
side.
even have like you have Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn come across the birds of prey, and it's just like all the characters that get turned. It's like literally horror.
Yeah. Let me put it to you this way: how does Superman become a zombie?
Yeah.
Imagine what you have to do to make that happen. And then they apply that to everyone else. So, we have the Cease. Adam, what was your pick?
Mine was Batman Dracula.
Blood Rain.
Blood Rain, yeah.
I literally finished it right before you showed up.
How'd you like it?
I have learned that old books sometimes don't work well on digital.
Mm-hmm. Did you enjoy Kelly Jones's art?
Yeah. I loved it. I love the scene where he's, on top of all the other zombies, or not zombies, but the vampires. I love that. I love the fight scene with him and Dracula, and he has his wings out. I love the light and dark, especially when it comes to the nightmare parts. With the one girl, it's beautiful. I think it was beautiful. It is a product. It was definitely. I'm trying to figure this out. It reminded me of the old 40s and books.
It had the Bram Stoker Dracula feel to it.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of this. I'm actually a huge fan of this book. It's just the way Kelly Jones draws it. The story is so invested, and eventually Batman becomes a vampire.
Oh yeah.
It's that kind of stuff.
And I didn't really knew that going into this book. I kind of knew, I knew something was gonna happen, but I didn't know he becomes a fully vampire at the end of it. So I love the fact that wasn't ruined for me.
The creature, I loved it because it's a creature of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really like Kelly Jones when he draws Batman.
Yeah.
Because he really does get that creature of the night kind of feel. I love the ears. I love the cape. I love when he fights Dracula. How'd you like with the Joker? How'd you like with the Joker stuff? Oh, yeah.
Isn't that the sequel?
Oh, that's the sequel too. My bad. Sorry.
Yeah, because the Joker wasn't in this book.
Jumped into
no,
the sequel.
Making Todd rethink the whole book.
Yeah, I'm sitting here going, wait, what?
Oops, the sequel.
Did I read the right book?
Because a lot of it's just Gordon like trying to hide the fact that all the homeless people are disappearing. The mayor, how the mayor's corrupt because it's a re-election.
It's Gotham.
Yeah. But I loved it. It reminded me old books. I love the writing. It really reminded me of Dracula. Dracula was written through diaries and through newspapers, and here we're kind of getting that. Like it's more. I think it's more of like Warren Jack's journal type deal, but.
They wanted to do it based off when they were doing the 1992 Dracula movie, Gary Oldman. That was a very big theme, and they said, "Why don't we do this?" Mm-hmm. There's a sequel. The sequel is actually really how do I say it? Batman fights the Joker, and the Joker kind of doesn't make it, and Batman has like a coffin. His own coffin when he becomes vampire.
I saw the end of the final panel.
And then I'm trying to remember. I believe they kill him. That's right. Yeah, I believe they kill him at the end of the sequel.
Yeah,
I believe it's Alfred that killed him actually.
Oh, okay, cool. Now I need to read the book.
Yeah.
Thanks for ruining it for me, man.
Yeah.
Dang, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're all welcome.
Asshole.
But your other book was Long Halloween.
Yeah.
Long Halloween. Can I talk about Long Halloween?
You know what? You want to talk about Long Halloween, and I'm going to talk about how it's not a Halloween book?
Well, it's not Halloween.
I was gonna say
it's a fun little holiday mystery. Let's put it that way. With a lot of other fun stuff.
Oh yeah.
Because it's also our introduction and kind of like origin of Two-Face.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because then we go into Dark Victory. A lot of people say they like Dark Victory over the Long Halloween. I don't know. I like the Long Halloween a little bit better. Dark Victory just felt like another weird retelling.
Like Haunted Night.
Yeah.
I like
Haunted Night is cool too.
I was in the middle. I haven't finished it. I was in the middle of reading it, and then because I was reading it for this episode, because it was the actual part 6, the 6 books that we were going to choose from, and then I decided let's go down to 3 because I want to keep the episode short, which doesn't look like it's going to happen tonight. But
it'll be kind of short.
But I can't. I do know the story. Like I did see the movie, which we'll talk about that.
The movie is great.
Yeah.
Jensen Ackles definitely shines in that movie. But I think what I really love about the Haunted Night, the Long Halloween, and even Dark Victory, it's if I say the last name right, I always say his last name wrong. I love Tim Sale's art.
Mm-hmm.
I do think just the way he draws Batman, how he drew the Joker, especially on the Haunted Night cover with him like being hung up by the villains and they're all sitting around. Something about it's just it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, and I've always heard like, was it Tim Sale died extremely young, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it 2000? He passed away like kind of in the 2000s, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then you have Jeff Loeb's.
His writing is
his
always,
writing.
Yeah.
Back then, I think his writing has always been the best. I mean, coming to his writing now with Hush 2, it's not there.
Well, Hush 2 is a completely different.
Yeah.
I think it was a completely different story altogether. I think he was just trying to follow up on Hush 2.
Yeah.
On the original Hush, which I thought it was a dumb idea to begin with. And after reading it, I enjoyed it, but I mean, I'm just like, it's not the same.
Yeah, but Long Halloween it's just a cool concept of like, there's this killer knocking off certain people. What is it, like? Just I forgot. It's been a while since
on holidays.
Yeah,
holidays.
Isn't it? It's gang members though, right? Like,
yes.
Very
Yeah.
important mob leaders.
It's all important mob members. It all starts on Halloween,
Mm-hmm.
then Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Easter, Valentine's Day.
And then it leads back into Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just
it
starts on
calendar, man.
Yeah, it starts on Halloween and then it ends on Halloween, which is really cool.
Like a little.
I really don't want to spoil Long Halloween because I forgot. I think the book and the movie are completely different, right?
I think there's things that changed. a
There's
little
There's
bit.
things that
tiny
change.
I can't remember
It's
if
like
the
tiny.
killer is still the same.
Yeah, it's still the same.
It's
Oh,
still
the killer.
the same.
Okay, that's what I couldn't remember because I think the Harvey Dent to Two-Face is very different from the book and the movie because
Yeah.
it happens in the courtroom. In the
Mhm.
movie, it's in the bathroom, which is really weird. Yeah, it's in the bathroom because they walk in after and they're like, which is really stupid because I always loved the idea of Harvey getting turned in front of people to actually show his
Movies-
corrupted
The movie's
Mhm.
courtroom.
like even if you
Yeah,
have the
the
world's
world's
best
courtroom.
DA, yeah, he can be turned and corrupted and still he'll have like that difference. That's why I also love the
Courtroom.
even
So
Adam
they're
will
both
agree.
courtroom.
Yeah. What?
Will agree the Two-Face two-part in Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah.
Is always so of Harvey trying to keep that cool, but then his little corrupted dark thing trying to and then right down the middle. Two-Face. Another fun two-part, which is kind of like a Halloween. You could watch that on Halloween. Is Clayface.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Clayface origin and two-part is another great fun little Halloween Batman thing to watch. What else was
You could
Oh,
watch-
Young Justice
Yeah,
has a Halloween
Justice.
episode. That's really funny.
Could watch Batman versus Dracula.
Yeah, Batman vs. Dracula.
It's a
the
good
Batman.
movie.
The Batman.
Oh yeah, the Batman
The
vs.
Batman.
Dracula. What other fun Halloween stuff?
There's an
Yeah.
episode called Moon of Wolf
Yeah.
from Batman the Animated Series. There are the on leather wings and
Yes, the first episode with Man Bat.
and then
is always
there's
a good one.
the second
Anything with Scarecrow.
Oh, I
and
loved
the
all
new
of them.
Avengers.
Yeah.
of Batman.
Oh yeah, those were
Yeah. What is it? Nothing to Fear and the episode where we kind of first meet Robin.
talking about Fear Victory.
Yeah, Fear of Victory with Scarecrow.
Yeah.
Those are always some fun episodes. If you really want to play really it's a Halloween game in my opinion because it takes place on Halloween. Funny enough, is Batman Arkham Knight, and the jump scares, the way Scarecrow is actually done, everything is creepy involving Scarecrow, especially his look. I think it's some of the best recognition Scarecrow has gotten is in that game.
If we're gonna do one more for
Arkham
episode,
City also kind of plays like a horror game in itself too a bit.
If-
Arkham.
if we're gonna do one more Batman special, one more Batman theme, the Batman
That's what I was about to
Oh,
say.
yeah,
season 2
Mhm.
Salmo Grundy episode.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I just watched that last couple
What
seconds.
about the movie The Batman? Does it take place on Halloween?
Yes, the Batman is a Halloween movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is this supposed to be your favorite night of the year?
Yeah.
Happy fucking Halloween.
Then
Yeah.
the best, and then the one where Hugo Strange, is threatening to turn Gotham all into zombies from the Batman. That was a good one too.
Yeah.
There's an exclusive.
I feel like the animated series itself, you can easily watch around Halloween with a lot of the
Yeah.
elements Bruce Timm and Paul Dini always do
Yeah.
in that show with. There's the line of it being it's got horror elements and the fantasy element, and it's also just they got. Did you rip that outfit?
No.
I would have laughed if you just get up and there's like an ass rip. But no, Batman the Animated Series, it's got that nice little like. There's always something scary because it plays into the like Batman, like Adam always describes. He is a creature of the night. Whether you play it or not, Batman is this being of the night that people fear. Another great little. I mean, you could easily watch it on Halloween too. I'm trying to dig through everything I can find Halloween related for Batman. Batman Begins, Scarecrow.
Yep.
Cillian Murphy when he first throws on that mask and gasses is it Falcone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
Falcone.
you see the mask.
That one, Batman Forever takes place.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That one
Batman
has
Forever is a
Halloween.
Halloween movie. Yeah.
There's
Trick or treat.
there's a deleted scene in Batman '89 where when the Joker thugs are getting ready to fight Batman, he rescues a little girl and goes, "Is it Halloween?" and he smiles. So people use that scene. But I want to talk about Todd's pick
yeah.
because
Yeah.
Which-
I have to say this first. This should be an animated series.
So
I've read
Well,
bits and pieces of
We
this.
can talk about one of the big animated movies that might be the best. Well, there's two. All right, two. After Todd talks about what he's gonna talk about, two of the animated movies are considered to me the best animated Halloween movies for the franchise.
So, my pick is Scooby Apocalypse.
Yay!
I wanted something a little bit different. You know, we had the Batman. You know, you needed your Batman for Halloween, and then I was like, okay, what's your typical DC? You know, DC deceased and your DC versus vampires.
DC horror, which we
You
didn't
know,
talk
the DC
about.
horror. You know, which was something that we actually we considered.
Yeah.
The problem is like they're weird one shots that are hard to find,
Yeah.
and I never read them because I'm just like, okay, whatever. Like, I didn't see anything spectacular about them, you know. Unlike the Christmas specials where Mrs. Claus becomes a Green Lantern.
That was interesting.
Yeah. And I sat here and I'm like, okay. And my original idea is maybe Basket Full of Heads, you know, or the Joe Hill, you know, line of books that happened with, you know, DC a while back. Something from Vertigo,
We talked about Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing, and I went, you know what? Scooby-Doo. We need Scooby-Doo. And we needed Scooby Apocalypse from the Hanna-Barbera line. Which is weird because, believe it or not, out of the whole Hanna-Barbera line, this is actually my least favorite.
Really?
Yeah. Even Jill thought that was weird. I'm like, because she ordered, you know, when I ran the Trenton store, she would actually order a couple copies because she knew I like animation. I'm like, and I said, I'm gonna sell them. Don't worry, I still enjoy it. But I'm like, this is my least favorite of the line because Rocky Lacelands, I just thought was just fun. Like, you give me backstories of all these characters that I love from this old cartoon called Rocky Races. You know, each issue was a different story for them. And the Flintstones, I do not care what anyone says, I think was not only the best book out of the Hanna-Barbera line, I thought it was the best comic book that year.
He changed my picks one time and put all the Hanna-Barbera ones, and I went, those aren't my picks.
The Flintstones asked the question, how did modern civilization start? And it's just like, how did the idea of buying crap happen? You know, why do we fight wars? What's PTSD? Like this, you know, Fred Flintstone is the first person at PTSD. You know, Yabba Dabba Doo is not something he's saying, you know, cheerfully. No, that was his thing that when he has PTSD, he's saying that to calm himself down. Like, the fact that the questions about God and marriage, like, the whole issue about marriage itself is hilarious because it's just like, marriage is this new thing. It used to be like, yeah, man would take woman to cave, man would, you know, bleed woman and pass the woman along. Marriage is now this new concept.
Men take woman, keep woman.
Yeah, you know.
It's like history of the world.
But Scooby Apocalypse. My thing with Rocky Raceland and the Flintstones, you still have that element of the old cartoon there. Scooby Apocalypse doesn't do that. This is a new thing. This is a new story because it's not them chasing monsters, trying to solve a mystery. This is Velma's family is a bunch of weirdos that decided to mutate planet Earth. Like, and you know, the only survivors are Scooby, Shaggy, Velma, Daphne, and Fred, and Scrappy. Which I'll get into that too. They made Shaggy a hipster. It was The Walking Dead meets Scooby Doo. This is what it was, and it was funny. It was gruesome. However, I'm going to say this: it wasn't Scooby Doo, but I still want to recommend it because it's still fun. This is a comedic book. it takes the element and flips it upside down. They throw the characters into new situations that they would never have done before. You know, I love the Scrappy subplot where they experiment on dogs in this book, and that's how Scooby-Doo is able to talk. He was the prototype of this experiment to make animals more thinkable, and Shaggy really loved Scooby. Like, he would take Scooby out of the park and things like that. The other dogs, no. And the problem was, though, that Scrappy wasn't the prototype anymore. He was the full-blown program. So he had the most, that's why he was able to speak more clearly than Scooby-Doo. And he's like, well, I wanted to go on walks. No one loved me. Why didn't no one love me? Scooby-Doo's an asshole. But it's towards the end. The problem was, like, when it started, I didn't really like it. But when it got to the middle and towards the end, I really liked it because I felt like there was big stakes. I didn't expect Fred to die at the end of the book. I didn't expect Scrappy-Doo to play a major role. I love the fact that how Scrappy-Doo walks on two legs is because he injected himself with the nanotechnology. And he adopts a boy.
What?
Because like I guess like the little boy's family like died, and I was very disappointed on this one too. I really wanted the boy that you gave Flam Flam from the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. They didn't do that. I forgot his name. I only read the first 6 issues before we started this, and that happens like the second volume of the run. The mall scene at the end. They find shelter in a mall, and you find that like the bottom end of the mall is still zombified, but it's the top and bottom of the mall is like the only safe spot. It's, I know I got negative about it, but it's still a fun book, and it sets the Halloween spirit. Like, you don't want something that's too scary or too bloody. I think Batman Red Rain, I think, really sets the mood. If you really want that, But Scooby Apocalypse, it's anyone could read it. I will say anyone can read it. So your kids could read it. You could read it. I feel like if you changed the name, if you took out Lord Scooby, this is Apocalypse.
It would have. I don't think it would have sold.
It wouldn't have sold, but it wouldn't change anything. Like, I wish there was more of a mystery. I wanted more Scooby-Doo, but I like Jim Lee's art. This is where this book shined, was Jim Lee's art, because it was Jim Lee's creation. He was the one. He was like, this is the reason why we're doing this. This is why we're making this Hanna-Barbera line. It's because Jim Lee's like, I want to do Scooby-Doo.
Sounds like a Jim thing.
Yeah,
Jim thing to say.
Like, I want to do Scooby-Doo, and when you see the
so
cover,
he does the whole run.
Yeah, I think he did. I think he did the first 6. He definitely did all the covers.
I feel like it's been a while
Yeah.
since I've seen the covers of that book.
I just remember. I remember you not liking Velma at all.
Oh yeah, Velma's a complete bitch in this.
He.
I think Daphne was a bitch to Fred. Because Fred's like, he's all romantic and he's like, I want to marry you, Daphne. And Daphne's like, no, I need to think about my career. And Velma's just like, my problem with Velma is like, she knew what her brothers were doing, but didn't do anything about it. And and here's the thing, she's very isolated. So she doesn't know how to talk to people. So it comes out as a bitch. Eventually she changes and she grows. But like, this start is just like, Shaggy's an idiot. Daphne's an idiot. Fred's an idiot. You're all a bunch of idiots. Scooby, calm down. You're an idiot. And it was just like, this is what my family did. You're the one who released the nanobots into the, to the air. Like, yes, the programming was your family's fault, but you kind of knew that your family was no good either. So this is technically your fault. So stop being a bitch. In the show, not in the show, in the book, Daphne and Fred are journalists. In this, and Velma is like, I want to show you what my family is doing, and that's how they survive, because they took them to the bunker to show what the family was doing, and then the family changes. Essentially, the plot is Velma releases these nanotechnologies to improve the world. Her family decides, no, we want people to be more submissive, and we want to control the world. So they reprogram the nanotechnology to turn them all into. They were supposed to be mindless slaves, but they turned into monsters instead. Everyone was in the bunker when the humans became the monsters, and so that's why they never got turned into monsters. The mystery machine. We gotta talk about the mystery machine on this one.
Wasn't it?
It was a giant tank.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
It was pretty much. It wasn't a tank. It was like a Hummer. It was like a giant Hummer.
I'm remembering bits and pieces of this book again. I do remember Scrappy being on 2 legs. What was it?
Doesn't Scrappy always walk on 2 legs though?
Yeah. That was the joke. Like he actually starts off on all 4, and then he injects himself with this technology, and it like screws up his spine to the point where he can walk on 2 legs, and he has like these massive fingers. He's like the Scrappy from the live action Scooby Doo movies, but better. But like,
Look, would you like to see this as an animated series? Not a
better,
movie.
It'd be better than Velma.
Oh, yeah.
God, yeah.
It'd be better than Velma. It already
Didn't
sounds
even-
better.
Didn't even watch Velma.
No one did.
I think
My mom did.
Your
I'm
mother
actually
watched Velma?
believe it or not, I'm watching it right now.
Yeah.
What did she think?
She's like, she's a lot of.
Poor
Yeah,
Linda.
she don't like it.
I'm watching it right now.
Yeah, you watch everything. That doesn't surprise me.
He watches all the obscure, weird stuff. Yeah. Would you like to see as an animated series?
I would love it if they change it up a little bit.
Mhm.
Give me the same plot, but like they are Ghostbusters, and when they when they destroy the monsters, they become human again. Like you still give me that, rather than we just killed them.
Yeah.
Like that was my big problem with this. Is like there's no it's Old Man Jenkins. This is like these guys are monsters and we just killed some people.
Yeah.
Like I would love it to be like if they did it in an animated series, like they stop the monsters and then the monsters become human again.
It could be an anime series, or you know what? It could be an animated movie. Scooby Doo dominates with animated movies.
It's been a minute though. I'm really sad about that.
Yeah.
But that's the way entertainment is nowadays.
What was the last straight to DVD?
Crypto.
Oh, was
the
that
super dog.
That was really
yeah.
good. Oh,
That was good.
That was more
Actually, it
recent.
was really good.
Love Crypto the
I thought the
Super Dog.
last one was Return to Zombie Island.
Yeah, it was crypto.
I didn't. I've never watched that one. The first one is.
I
still-
thought Return to Zombie Island actually isn't bad either.
I hated it.
Oh, you hated it?
I've heard it's horrible.
What it is
I'd still want to watch it though. Just
So-
to
I
see.
want to get the double pack because I want to get the original.
I really loved Scooby Doo and Buffy. I think we all do.
Oh, everyone does. That's why I said it's one of, because there's two. If there's 2 Scooby Doo movies I could recommend to watch around October in the Halloween season, it's Zombie Island,
And the
and
Witch's
which
Ghost.
is Ghost. Yeah, with the Hex Ghost.
Yeah.
Yes.
The problem with back to Scooby Zombie Islands, they tried to add logic to it. So,
Yeah.
did you read Scooby Apocalypse?
I did not, but it sounds very interesting.
I'm just gonna look up Comic Historian because he actually did. The
Yeah,
whole
he actually
series.
did that.
My drive wasn't working evidently. My bad.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
I
This,
want
this,
to
this
read
is where
it.
you need to This is where you need to comment something and be like,
Like I like reading the Scooby Doo and Batman stuff.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that one because there's a lot of Scooby Doo and Batman crossovers.
They
I
were
want to talk about the one where they break the multiverse.
Yeah.
And you have the original, you have comic book, you have Scooby Apocalypse, you have a pup named Scooby Doo,
Yeah.
you have Shaggy and Scooby Get a Clue.
What is this one?
It was a Batman. It was the final issue of Batman and Scooby Doo, and apparently, like Scooby breaks the multiverse, and so like every
Very
version of
Scooby
Scooby Doo comes in there to help save Batman.
That sounds so
just the whole series. It's like sometimes it's Super Friends Batman, sometimes it's just comic book Batman, sometimes it's Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah.
The best issue from that series is where Scooby-Doo meets Batman Beyond and fights the Royal Flush Gang.
That one was funny.
Let's talk about the animated movie for a minute.
Oh gosh.
70s or Brave and the Bold?
The Brave and the Bold.
Yeah.
I as much as I would love to talk about Scooby Doo movies, it's kind of one of those back memories that I know it exists.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything about them.
What? The Brave and the Bold?
No, the Brave and the Bold movie I remember. I'm talking about Scooby movies.
So, okay.
The 70s.
Alright,
Oh, yeah.
so there's one scene I always remember from Scooby-Doo meets Batman. It's Shaggy and Scooby are in the Batmobile, and and Shaggy's like, "Alright, Cape Crusader, now it's time." And it's Scooby imagined as Batman. He goes, "Vroom, vroom, 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 vroom." And I remember Batman offered Scooby-Doo bat snacks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Batman.
Yeah.
It wasn't Scooby snacks. It was
Bat snacks, and it was a big bat symbol cookie.
Yeah, it's alright. We're gonna go back to the Bat Cave for Bat Milk and cookies. Bat Milk. That memory just popped into my head because I used to watch that movie. I had the big VHS, case with that movie.
Yeah.
I think they're looking up like at the window, like they go to a little fun house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the window, Shaggy and Scooby are just looking up, and they're like, "Huh, those look like Penguin and the Joker." Wait, that is Penguin
and the Joker.
Like it was really funny, and I don't know why, but that scene always broke me. And then there's when they're in, I think, the fun house, and Daphne is like the little Bella, and she's hopping around, and Scooby and Shaggy are like in this little cart driving around, and it's Batman and Robin swinging around,
Yeah.
like fighting the Penguin and Joker, and then Fred's just like, "Oh, I don't know what's going on."
Yeah.
And then another fun little in that little Scooby-Doo Batman world is Scooby-Doo Guess Who?
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna bring
yes.
that where Daphne is related to Alfred.
Yeah, and some weird
Yeah.
bloodline, and they go to Wayne Manor. I can't say it without laughing because it's the best how it is, and I wish when you edit this tonight you find the clip of Scooby-Doo doing and he just talks in a perfect sentence when describing Batman, and that is the only time Scooby-Doo actually talks proper and then goes back to normal in any Scooby-Doo media. It's so they see Batman. It's, "Who are you? Why are you here? What did you do with Alfred?" It's Batman. I am the Knight. I am Batman. Like he says it perfectly, and it even sounds close to Frank Welker doing Kevin Conroy,
Yeah.
and it is the most on point impersonation. And then it just goes back. And then there's Fred hitting the button. And
Oh, yeah,
the
the
throwing the battering out. Like, it's really funny.
Wait,
I love the whole scene with Velma calling Batman.
Batman.
It's how did you get this number?
How did you get this number? Who?
Wait, did you guys see that? Because we watched it. It was that old what's it, Scooby-Doo or was it Batman? Because it was the old style Batman and Scooby-Doo cartoon.
Oh yeah.
And it's like the Joker and Penguin as the villains. But
Yeah,
you,
Scooby
you got
movies, yeah.
Scooby and Shaggy, and they're on this bridge. They're like, "Oh no, they're there!" And then it's like the Joker and Penguin turn the bridge around. They're like, "Oh,
Yeah,
no!"
wait, isn't that in the older one?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the older
that's
one.
the
Yeah.
same
Yeah.
listen, man, will ya?
It's now coming back to me and
Yeah,
back
because
in my
that's when they
life.
see Penguin and the Joker up in the window, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Huh, those statues look like Penguin and the Joker." And then they move and they start laughing. It is Penguin and the Joker.
That was so hilarious to watch, though, because it's just, you just see them under the bridge, and it's just like, "Hey, where's Shaggy and Scooby?"
I got one more final Batman Scooby-Doo
Can I say my
crossover.
favorite Scooby-Doo moment real quick?
Sure.
It's like the
Yes.
funniest moment of all time because it's just ingrained in my memory of how it actually is, and I see it everywhere. It's alright. It's in the older Scooby-Doo, like the original Scooby-Doo cartoon. It's Scooby and Shaggy. They're trapped in a room. They throw the key out the window. Todd knows where I'm going with this. Because it's the funniest scene of all time out of Get Back Here and Fight Me Like a Man, You Vegetable. It's Scooby and Shaggy. They're in a room. The key is like outside. He's like, hey, we gotta go get the key to open up the door. They jump out of a second story window, get the key, jump back up into the room. They go outside of the door, unlock the door, and leave. And then they run back into the room again after being chased and then jump out the window.
This is why weed is a hell of a drug.
They bring
But-
out a lot of Scooby Snacks.
We gotta talk about the holy trinity of Batman and Scooby-Doo. Because we gotta add one more person to this mix. Mr. Weird Al Yankovic from Batman the
Oh,
Brave and the
yeah.
Bold episode.
Oh my god.
I had to say the Holy Trinity because that's how Batmite puts it. The Holy Trinity of pop culture: Scooby-Doo, Batman, and Weird Al.
What a great trinity.
That was just a fantastic. The whole episode in general was just fantastic. It was a bunch of like smaller stories.
Yeah.
I have really the last. I mean, we're going back to the Scooby Doo Batman. We'd go back to Batman. Brave.
Yeah.
That was great. That was a great movie.
Oh yeah.
I loved the secret meeting.
Aquaman with the mustache.
And
Aquaman with the mustache. You have the question. There's Detective Chimp.
Scooby Doo, the gang at Arkham Asylum. The gang dressed up as the original Batman, all the original costumes, and then you find out at the end it's just your typical Batman villain. Yeah.
So there's a lot of great recommendations that we recommend for Halloween. Scooby Apocalypse, Deceased, DC versus Vampires. We have Batman Long Halloween. We have Batman Red Blood. Was it Red Rain? Red Rain. Excuse me, Red Rain. We recommend Scooby on Zombie Island. We're recommending Batman the Brave and the Bold. Scooby movies. Batman the Brave and the Bold, the movie. Scooby Doo Guess Who.
How did you get this number?
The best. The best.
Is this Bruce Wayne? How did you get this number?
The best Halloween special for Batman is Batman versus Dracula. The Batman.
Oh yeah,
versus
the Batman
Dracula.
versus Dracula. I think it's gonna be that. If we have to pick one, if you're looking for something to watch that's not Scooby Doo related, I recommend the Batman versus Dracula.
And right now you can find that on YouTube for free.
Yeah,
Yes, you can.
it stars
I
Tom Kenny
played
as
in
the
the
Penguin.
comic shop.
Yeah, it's always on.
No, it's either that or the Mr. Freeze one.
The Sub-Zero, yeah.
Or what was it? Shoot.
You know as well as I do, you're supposed to play music.
Yeah. Music.
To be fair, I have broken that rule too, but that's mostly
Actually.
because the music is not working and I just there needed to be something on.
Well, and
This is-
also it's family friendly. Aaron says as long as it's family friendly.
Best is that we're on camera and Todd's good. What if Jill watches this episode?
If Jill watches this episode and she complains about this, I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna look her straight in the eye and I'm just gonna laugh. I am so gonna laugh, and I'm gonna be laughing at Jill. Jill's gonna have a laugh, and she's gonna tell me I'm fired. I'm like, okay, cool. Do I get unemployment?
And that's everyone.
And that's how we're gonna end the DC, guys. Me being fired from Comic City. Adam getting away with murdering Donald Duck.
I'm somehow back.
Lorenzo being back, and Alana being very upset with a certain Adam because he likes a certain cartoon lady.
Yeah. Ah.
And
I Alright, this is the DC guys. I'm Todd.
I'm Lorenzo.
I've been put on a spell. I'm Adam.
And I'm Alana.
And this is the DC guys. We'll see you next week. We'll be doing what did we say?
Green Lantern.
Yeah, we're gonna be looking at the Green Lantern. We're gonna be looking at the first appearance of Hal Jordan.
Yay.
We're gonna be talking about was it
Oh,
Earth One?
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about John Stewart. We're gonna be talking about Hal Jordan. We're gonna be
Well,
getting.
we're gonna focus
Yep.
mostly on Hal Jordan. We're gonna I think the book we're gonna be talking about is Earth One.
Yep.
We're kind of gonna change things up a little bit just to keep it a little bit shorter. We're gonna focus on one book, whatever news that we have. But outside of that, yeah, we're gonna start in the Green Lantern. So when that TV show comes out, you are well prepared. So
Yeah.
I hope you guys have a wonderful night.
Happy
Guys,
Halloween.
happy
Happy
Happy Halloween.